Why did it take Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis so long to kiss in real life? How did the couple react to Demi Moore's tell-all book? And why did Mila recently call her own marriage to Ashton codependent? Hi, I'm Janet, and you're watching OSSA. Let's get started. First kiss? Who can forget Jackie and Kelso? When Mila and Ashton first played the couple on that 70s show over 20 years ago, they had no idea they'd end up together in real life. Although Mila had a big crush on the actor, he saw her as a kid. Their first on-screen kiss was actually Mila's first kiss ever. Because Mila thought Ashton was so cute, she was nervous and uncomfortable when shooting the scene. Ashton also felt uneasy, but for different reasons. It was really weird, he recalled in an interview. I was like, isn't this illegal? I don't know. And it was really awkward because I'm like a 19-year-old kid. She was 14. She was like my little sister. I wanted to make sure she was okay. Aww, he may have seen Mila as a sibling, but we loved the fact that he was always so protective of her. The two stayed friendly after the show and kept in touch via instant messages. We'd pop up on each other's thing and be like, hey, oh my god, how are you? How's life? Recalled Mila. Like everything's good. Great. I wasn't thinking about him romantically. No, not at all. Ashton even hilariously punked Mila in his hit MTV show, where he made her think a little girl had lost her dog in the drain.
Oh my god.
Is it just us, or is there some chemistry there already? Not at all, says Mila. My husband and I were two very different people. 15, 20 years ago, she revealed in a recent Access Hollywood interview. And anyone that ever tells you, oh, I saw this coming, is lying. This was not one of those things. What's more, both stars were in long-term relationships with other people before they first hooked up. Mila dated former child star Macaulay Culkin between 2002 and 2011, and Ashton was famously married to actress Demi Moore from 2005 till they split in 2011 as well. Sometimes timing has a lot to do with lasting love. Friends with benefits. Ashton and Mila were both single at the beginning of 2012 when sparks began to fly, 14 years after they first met. They were at the Golden Globes when Mila said Ashton literally took her breath away, but at first she didn't realize just who she was crushing on. I was looking around and there was a really beautiful man from the back, she told Mark Maron on his podcast. I was literally like, oh, he's kinda hot. And then he turned around and I was like, oh my god, it's Cooch. I thought it was the weirdest thing that I was checking this guy out, and it was someone that I had known forever. After the Globes, Ashton invited Mila to a housewarming party where he intended to set her up with someone else. Instead, the party became the setting of his real-life kiss with Mila. Since they'd both just come out of long relationships, the two agreed that they weren't getting into anything serious. We were just like, let's hook up, recalled Mila. Let's have fun. We're both single, we both trust each other, everything's great. Mila said they began living out the plots of the two very similar movies they'd just previously starred in. Her film, Friends with Benefits, and Ashton's No Strings Attached. But as was the case in their movies, they very quickly learned that feelings often complicate what begins as a fun arrangement between friends. Their carefree plan lasted just 3 months, until Ashton mentioned someone else he was seeing. Mila felt like she'd been punched in the gut, so she ended things. I was like, you know what? I actually care about you, she recalled in an interview. I don't want to mess anything up, so I'm just going to walk away before it becomes too much. And he was like, got it. And the next day, he showed up to my house and he was like, move in with me. And I said, okay. From anti-marriage to wedded bliss. Mila had rejected the idea of marriage throughout her life. I never wanted to get married. From the age of 12, I prepared my parents for no marriage, she told W Magazine. However, the Supreme Court's decision to recognize same-sex marriage helped her change her mind. That and her undeniable connection with Ashton. Ashton finalized his divorce with Demi Moore in November 2013, and in early 2014, he and Mila were engaged, and then expecting. We all get movie star crushes, Mila said in an interview. I'm marrying mine. Aw, don't you just adore their love story? Their daughter Wyatt was born in October 2014, and 9 months later, the two tied the knot in a top-secret ceremony in California. Not only did the two take an RV on honeymoon, they also had unlikely companions. If you've ever seen the National Lampoon movies, our honeymoon was like a real-life National Lampoon's honeymoon. Mila once revealed, I'm not exaggerating. I'm not saying it for a laugh. We also went honeymooning with my in-laws. An odd choice, but it obviously worked for them. The couple may not be conventional, but that's what makes them such fun. What also sets Ashton and Mila apart is the respect they have for each other. The two reportedly made a pact before getting married. Some sources say they agreed on equality in co-parenting and in supporting each other's careers. Nevertheless, Mila decided to stop working for over a year after her first child was born, saying she was excited about becoming a full-time mom. In an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, Ashton spoke about Mila's parenting skills. "The most amazing thing about having a baby is my partner Mila," he said. "She's the greatest mom. I can't even. I go to work every day and I come home and she's like, perfect. And it just seems like everything went amazing. And I know that something probably didn't go amazing, but she never tells. It's unbelievable. She's incredible." In 2016, Mila gave birth to the couple's son Dimitri, and their family was complete. Together, the two have proved they can overcome anything. When Ashton's ex-wife, Demi Moore, released a tell-all book in 2019, many worried how Ashton and Mila's marriage would withstand her revelations. These included claims that Demi agreed to threesomes to keep Ashton happy and that he was unfaithful to her twice. While Ashton was undoubtedly less than pleased, he took the high road because of his love for Mila and their kids. He tweeted, "I was about to push the button on a really snarky tweet. Then I saw my son and daughter and wife, and I deleted it." In the midst of the book controversy, Mila and Ashton took their kids to Disneyland, posting selfies and enjoying their family. Mila was reportedly incredibly supportive of her husband. She knew Ashton's marriage to Demi was very much in the past and that he'd completely moved on with her. So, she and Ashton remained focused on their own family. While Ashton and Mila have often been the subject of tabloid breakup rumors, they've more than proved that love can last in Hollywood. They even once uploaded a hilarious Instagram video expressing shock at their supposed breakup.
Babe, what's happening? What's going on?
It's over between us.
It's over between us?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what are we gonna do?
"Maybe next week my wife will be having twins," Ashton wrote alongside the video, "for the third time, but who's counting?" The two clearly share a sense of humor. When it comes to parenting, it's clear they have the same values too. Having both come from humble beginnings, Ashton and Mila plan to encourage their kids to make their own way in life. "If my kids want to start a business and they have a good business plan, I'll invest in it," Ashton said on Dax Shepard's podcast, Armchair Expert, but they're not getting trusts. Instead, the couple plan to leave their money to charity. It may sound harsh, but it's actually their way of raising down-to-earth, hardworking children. Quarantine. Between homeschooling and exciting joint projects, COVID-19 lockdown has brought the tight-knit Kutcher family even closer. In a recent interview with Entertainment Tonight, Mila admitted they've all become even more codependent than they were already. She said, "Our whole family is already codependent, so this pandemic just feeds into our entire codependency. And my husband and I were super codependent for like 8 years. And in this pandemic, our kids are like, 'Where are you going?' And I was like, 'The bathroom.'" That's why they were so up for their recent trending Cheetos Super Bowl commercial. Even though Mila had all but sworn off working with her husband again, it was an offer they couldn't refuse.
Did you steal my Cheetos again?
Just tell him it wasn't you.
But I caught you at the counter.
Wasn't me.
Aside from the fact that they just found the commercial funny, it also gave them a chance to get out of the house, explained Mila. "It was quarantine and we were stuck with our 2 children for 9, 12 months at this moment. And I was like, 2 days, baby, 2 days off. Literally, we were like, yeah, okay, let's do it. And so we did it," she said with a laugh. "And I hate saying it, but we were like, freedom. It was amazing." The commercial is not the only thing the two have worked on together during the pandemic. They also came up with an idea to benefit COVID-related charities through one of their favorite things, wine. They launched a special line of Pinot Noir named Quarantine and have raised over $1 million to date. While it was Mila's idea, on a recent Jimmy Kimmel interview, she praised Ashton for making it a reality.
I married a person who's brilliant and smart and, can make things happen very quickly.
While some may think that the fun-loving actor may be the uncontrollable one, Mila says it's actually her. That's why they complete each other so well. "I'm a fast song, to put it nicely," Mila said on Live with Kelly and Ryan. "And he's the calming force in my life, where every time I veer off, I just go to the worst possible place. And he's very reliable. Yes, he's fun and lighthearted, but that's what lifts Mila when life gets a bit dark." Ultimately, it's the funny everyday things that make this couple so appealing. From homeschooling their kids to binge-watching Netflix series together and apart, they're not so different from the rest of us. Ashton recently woke up to find Mila watching a very racy scene in Bridgerton and jumped to conclusions, thinking it was adult content. Ashton joked that his wife was cheating on him with the show. In a 2017 interview with E! News, Mila summed up the secret to their happy marriage. Communication is key. We still really love and like each other daily. We really do. I have an unbelievable partner in crime. I really do. And I'm so grateful for it every day. And who could ask for more? Want to find out more about where the cast of That 70s Show are now? Click here to watch our awesome video. See you next time!